Oh, it's the big one today, guys. The Giro d'Italia ends today, and we're going for the pink jersey. Make sure you go back and watch the previous episode if you missed it, so you understand exactly where we are, because Jorgen Nordhagen sits on the podium, third place, 2 seconds behind Joao Almeida, and only just over a minute and a half behind the American Matteo Jorgensen. We have a chance at the maglia rosa today. Egan Bernal looking strong, just rose to 4th ahead of Lipovitz. Gaudu has looked great as well, to be fair, but he lost 7.5 minutes on one of the earlier stages, so he's out of things for the pink jersey. Let's look at the stages we have coming up today. First, we climb to the Val di Zoldo, almost 4,000 meters of altitude today to be gained, and then we have the queen stage of the race for me. I put this above Monte Bondone to Tre Cime di Lavaredo. Look at the percentages we have to end this stage, guys. This is going to be a brutal one, and that's our chance to really gain time in the GC, because then we go to the time trial Monte Lazzari. We will lose time to Almeida and Jorgensen on this stage, and then we finish into Rome. But the 3 days before that we'll decide who wins this Giro d'Italia. But we do have a decision to make. How do we play it today? We could go out all guns blazing and go for Jorgensen and getting that maglia rosa, but we've performed so far ahead of expectations so far this race. A podium would be a fantastic result. We need to decide exactly how aggressive we're going to be, and I'm not sure just yet. Anyway, time for the first of the decisive stages at the Giro d'Italia, the Val di Zoldo. A big valley in between, but it's all going to be decided on the final climbs of the day. The classes are going on early today. This is going to be a sweat fest. So I'd love a rider in today's breakaway that isn't called Leknesund or Jorgen Nordhagen, but sadly, all the rest of our riders right at the back of the peloton. Not a good start. Here we go, Rasmus Tiller trying to bridge this gap with Johannesson in the wheel. James Shaw bridges as well, and there you go. We are going to have a 15 rider breakaway today with 2 riders up the road. Perfect. But only 11 riders have survived in said breakaway if we go up the road, as Trentin is caught by the peloton. Tiller and Johannesson in this group, but Sheffield here again. Berkmo's similar riders with Fortunato and Groschartner, who were 1-2 in the previous stage. Remember to drop a like on the video, and guys, comment down below with your podium prediction for this finale. I want to see how you guys think this race is going to end. So no cheating, drop a comment right now with your podium predictions. Anyway, it's been a very quick start today with Visma pacing on the front. Fredheim is gone for us. We have Blickra struggling, Tiller caught already, and Johannesson is cooked up the road in the breakaway as well. And Affini still on the front of the peloton. Finally, he comes off the front as Kruijswijk takes over. 3.5 minutes for this 7 rider breakaway now. It's not going to be a good day for the break. The stage win, I'm sure, is coming from the peloton. So the race shoots onto the Forcella Cibiani and the finale begins. We have some steep gradients here, particularly on the penultimate climb today. So Nordhagen gonna stay sat in, I think, for this first climb at least. And it is UAE on the front, so Almeida, I think, must be on a good one, finally in the mountains. And Javine is setting an electric tempo on the front as De Versnes just about gets back in. He can now go to protect Leknesund. We'll have Tiller on Nordhagen. It's a crazy tempo right now, set by Visma. Leknesund almost out the back. Nordhagen just on the back of the group as well. Both Almeida and Jorgensen, especially Almeida, must be feeling good with this tempo. And we are losing riders left and right. Okay, but finally the tempo slows a little bit. Nordhagen and Leknesund try and get back to the front of the group. Bardet puts in an attack. Let's see who is moving here off the front of the group. Bardet, Fortunato, and Bardet's 7th place in the GC. He is going to cause some reaction surely as Tiller is done, and Leknesund now must protect Nordhagen. As we come to the top of this climb, do I attack here? I don't think so. Mühlberger and Madouas are at the front of the race ahead of Sheffield, and it's now a Tia Volta being used on the front for Visma. We're okay sat in here, next to Jorgensen, next to Almeida. We don't need to be aggressive just yet. So 3 minutes to the front of the race, but the next climb is the steepest today. It's the Koi climb, max of 14%, almost 9% average. This is where this stage is going to be decided, I think. Anyway, here we go. Let's stay sat in up to the front with Jorgensen and Almeida. Bardet still has a minute on the peloton. He's chasing the front 3. Sheffield, Madouas and Mühlberger were about to hit the big gradients today. Here we go then, the Koi climb begins, but Nordhagen way too far back in the 33 rider Pellison. There is Jorgensen. Almeida, a one wheel ahead of him, just ahead of Sepp Kuss's Bardet, is going to be caught here by Brandon McNulty. And there are the Breakaway. Everyone is about to be caught. McNulty's still on the front for Almeida. Anyway, here we go. The road steepens here. Let's go up to 87. Pop the gel right now with Nordhagen. We need to move to Almeida and Jorgensen. Letnison, he's not going to survive long. There goes Almeida. There goes Joao Almeida. Let's go up to 92. Try and keep Letnison here while we can. Fisher Black is done. McNulty is done. We need to try and catch this group. And we're going to. Jorgensen over the top. Almeida doesn't have it. Nordhagen now on the wheel of Joao Almeida. Letnison doing a fantastic job today. Anyway, this group we're in is not big at all. And we are going to drag this group slowly back to Matteo Jorgensen. 17 riders at the front. There goes Bernal. Let's stay sat in. Only 900 meters to the top, and let's go over the top right now. Nordhagen with a big attack, and we are opening a gap on the pink jersey. Jorgensen and Almeida must now try and close it. Again, Bernal is left behind, but we have Almeida, Jorgensen, Lipovitz, and then Jorgen Nordhagen at the front of the race, but no one willing to work here. Okay, let's go to 85. Sit on the wheel, can we, of Almeida or Jorgensen? We're running low on red, and the group behind are coming back in. And there you go. We are going to fight for Almeida's wheel. Fight off Florian Lipovitz. Have I been too aggressive here? We are suffering in terms of yellow, and Jorgensen has something left. So does Almeida. What's happening behind Bernal? Trying to close it. We have nothing left here for the final 500 meters. We haven't been able to drop Almeida or Jorgensen. Joao Almeida is going to win on Val di Zoldo, just ahead of Florian Lipovitz, finishing well at the Giro. It's fourth place for Nordhagen, and we have some massive gaps in the GC today. A huge stage at the Giro d'Italia, but Joao Almeida finally comes up good in the mountains. No gap to Jorgensen, and only 8 seconds to Nordhagen though, but now right behind with Lipovitz in there today as well. So really the best 5 riders in the GC coming to the fore. And that means in the GC we are now 20 seconds behind Almeida, 1 minute 47 behind Jorgensen, and more it's looking like third place is the best we can do at this race. But we have almost 2 minutes to Lipovitz and Bernal. It would be a disaster if we lost the podium from this point. I'm not sure I can risk it all to try and go for the win. And we need to watch Lipovitz closely because he is of course our main rival in that white jersey. 1 minute 48 is the gap. But it all comes down to this. Tre Cime di Lavaredo. Almost 5,000 meters of climbing today. The Passo Joao as well. Almeida and Jorgensen are the big two. Nordhagen doesn't even make the favourites list still. When will the game learn? I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to. But just maybe there's a glimmer of hope for that pink jersey today. Oh, I am nervous for this stage, guys. I really am. As the early guys go for the breakaway, I'd love some guys up the road again. But everyone apart from Nordhagen and Letnison right at the back of this group, I don't really want to put Letnison up the road today. We're going to keep him around Jorgen Nordhagen. And boy, oh boy, we have a mega breakaway for Visma to try and control today. Affini, he needs to have a good one. Their motorbike on the front. Versnes is up the road for us. Johannesson, Tiller, and Fredheim, all working around Anders Johannesson, of course. He's the guy we need to be a satellite rider for Nordhagen later on. A strong group with Lascano and Harper up here. How different his Giro could have been after he won on Gran Sasso d'Italia, but I am sure at this point with the firepower here, this breakaway are going to win the stage. And Sjan Fredheim is the rider for us relaying on the front for now as we are about to enter the categorised climbs today. Passo Joao right there, the penultimate climb. That could be a launch pad potentially for Nordhagen. But for now, it's all about making Visma do all of the chasing and using up their resources. How long are they going to leave Edoardo Affini on the front? Because we now have 8 minutes in this breakaway. Johannesson trying to Claude Versnes over the top, but he's not going to make it. And Johannesson is now going to be alone for the rest of the day in the breakaway. And this breakaway is definitely going to win the stage, but I'm not interested at all in that with Anders Johannesson, to be honest. He is purely a satellite rider in the service of Nordhagen. And to be honest, it doesn't look like Johannesson is strong enough to win this stage anyway. He is dropped. 6 riders left at the front. Visma have no real incentive to chase this breakaway, to be honest, so we're not really putting them on as much pressure as I hoped. And they're still using Affini on the front alongside Campanats, to be fair, but look how far the front of the race are ahead. Well over this mountain. Oyo Lascano is at the front of the race. He has 16 minutes. That puts him 6 minutes down in the GC. What is happening? Maybe I should have put Letnison in the breakaway because he's only 10 minutes down and that would have put more pressure on Visma. they wouldn't have allowed this breakaway to get to such a big gap. So Johannesson trying to get back to the front as we're about to hit the foot of the Passo Joao in the breakaway. Still 16 minutes to the peloton. We need to launch something on the Passo Joao. Here we go then. The Passo Joao begins in the peloton. It's almost finished at the front of the race, but I've put our guys right to the front. Okay, Tiller, you protect Nordhagen. Let's go 85. We're going to attack on this climb, I think. So De Versnes sits up in the breakaway and wait for a potential attack. All right, and this peloton is finally starting to explode today as Levy and Fredheim are struggling as well. Tiller is almost done. And then we need Letnesund right now, I think, to come to the front. And he is going to have to do some work here for Nordhagen as Tiller does a great turn there. Nordhagen stringing things out on the front. Come on, boys. I don't know if this is genius or stupid. We're going to find out, though. Freddie De Versnes waiting up the road. He has about 2.5 minutes currently on the peloton with Letnesund still on the front. All right, 2k to go. De Versnes now go up to about 70. That should be fine. Letnesund is almost done here. Let's go up to 92. Let's go up to 92 with Nordhagen. Letnesund sits up. And here we go. Nordhagen does kick off the front of the peloton on the Passo Joao. We now need De Versnes to sit up and wait for our leader. Oh my word. We have 40 seconds on the peloton right now. De Versnes waits for Nordhagen right now. Come on. Here we go. Nordhagen gets to the wheel of Freddie De Versnes. Let's just go at 80, not go crazy. We have 1 minute 15 on the peloton right now. I can't believe what is happening. And Anders Johannesson, of course, is going to wait for these guys as well. And suddenly we have 2 riders to help Nordhagen through the rest of this stage. But that's 63 downhill. He is losing so much in this descent. He literally can't hold the wheel of Freddie De Versnes. This is difficult, man. And we do just about reach Anders Johannesson, who can get between these guys, try and help Nordhagen down this damn descent. He's losing so much yellow here, but this straighter road is going to be perfect. We have 1 minute 27 on the pink jersey. We've gone all in here today, guys. Here we go then. The Passo Tre Cime De Versnes still working for Nordhagen. Anders now on the back wheel as well. And we have 2 minutes on the peloton. I can't believe they haven't reacted here, and they're staying so patient, Almeida and Jorgensen in that group. This is crazy. And up the road, Lascano, Lemreiser and Warbass have 7 minutes on the next best rider, and Lascano moving into the top 5 in the GC, I think. Why Group Armour pacing? Come on, guys. Gordu, what are you doing? You don't need to tempo us down. Still 1 minute 20 though for Nordhagen. There goes Freddie. Freddie is done for the day. Nordhagen is not looking great for energy, but Anders looks okay, to be fair. And the gap is now coming down to the pink jersey group. Gordu. What are you doing? Why are you ruining me here? And this is not working. This is not working at all. They're going to bring us in here. And Nordhagen is being aggressive, but we're not going to go into pink, I don't think. Let's get in Anders' wheel. He can go to 75, but the pink jersey is right here. Volta is going to bring us in. Well, we tried. We tried everything to attack Matteo Jorgensen today, but it's not going to come off. Here we go. We may as well sit up here, and we are cooked for the final climb. We're in big trouble here. Anders now done for the day. Leknesund is going to have to protect Nordhagen for the remainder of this stage, but I fear we're going to lose the podium today, guys. I'm gutted. So 4k to go. That is all 23 riders in this group, but we need to pace ourselves very carefully because the percentages on this climb are crazy, and I fear we are going to lose that podium place. Like I said, Bernal and Lipovitz flying up this climb. A brutal day for Uno X. And there they go. They dropped Nordhagen. We were aggressive today, and it's not going to pay off. And Matteo Jorgensen is riding off into the sunset. He is miles ahead of everyone else. We are fighting to cling on to our podium place here. Jorgensen has already finished. There is Bernal with Gordu. He's going to gain a bunch of time on us today. We have 2 minutes though. Further back is Joao Almeida, and Nordhagen not too far behind. Is our podium position still alive here? We went all in today. We went all in, and it has backfired, unfortunately for us. Jorgensen is going to win the Giro d'Italia. I'm sure of that, despite Lascano winning today to Tre Cime di Lavaredo. But Nordhagen loses almost 2 minutes to Egan Bernal, only 32 seconds to Almeida, and we gain time on Florian Lipovitz, which means now in the GC we have a real battle on our hands. Only 16 seconds ahead of Egan Bernal with the time trial to come. The former Giro d'Italia winner versus the Grand Tour debutants for that third place spot. Let's give everything. Come on, Jorgen. I'm so gutted about today. I think we could have maybe moved to second if we'd just been patient and not attacked on the Passo Joao. That was the big mistake. And I'm afraid Nordhagen's 63 downhill, that needs to be improved as well. Well then, it is D-Day at the Giro d'Italia. Today we'll know if we're going to finish on the podium of this race. It's Egan Bernal versus Jorgen Nordhagen. And incredibly, they both have the same time trial attribute. Anyway, come on Jorgen, one more day. By the way, look how close the KOM jersey is. Lascano 1 point ahead of Mühlberger. There are some points available here, so it's not over just yet. And the top 10 gets underway with Andreas Letnesund in 10th place. He has 2.5 minutes to Mühlberger. As a domestique, he is going to pull off a top 10 at this Giro. What a ride from him in the support of Nordhagen. Anyway, it's time to focus on our man. Jorgen Nordhagen gets his time trial underway here in Slovenia. I'm so nervous for this time trial, guys. Joao Almeida underway. We're not going to catch him surely today. Almost a minute's makeup, and he's a much better time trialist. And there behind, Matteo Jorgensen cruising to the pink jersey. I am nervous as we reach this first time check. It's Egan Bernal, 1 minute and 6 seconds. We're gonna gain time, I think, on the flat section. Doesn't really mean much. Okay, 39 seconds. We have closed in to Egan Bernal. We need to be careful and make sure we haven't gone too early here though. Let's try and pace ourselves. We can almost see him up the roads. Bernal is going to be a bit further back. Let's see as he crosses that time check. 1:09 and Nordhagen much closer to Bernal than he is to Lipovic. Let's see, 56 seconds. We're holding off Bernal, but only just. This is going to be so close. Behind Joao Almeida, 1 minute 14. We're actually not far behind him on the road as Jorgensen has caught Almeida. What a climb by him. Letnesund goes into 6th place. I think Lascano is going to gain in the GC on Godu and Bardet. Anyway, Bernal coming to the flatter section. Nordhagen about to reach it as well. Come on, keep on going. This is tense. Now we need to save something on this slightly flatter section before the final push uphill. Lipovic is only 1 second behind Theo Gegenhardt. Anyway, Nordhagen now up to 85. Let's go 86 even. Bernal has extended away. Let's see where he is. 1 minute 19. We're at 1 minute 37 and we're currently losing our podium position up to 95 on this steep section. Where is Bernal? 1 minute 22. Nordhagen, it's downhill to the line pretty much. Where do we go? And we are 1 minute 34. I think we just hold him off. Oh my word, this is so close. Jorgensen wins the stage. He has dominated this Giro d'Italia. Gegenhardt second. Lipovic shoots up in third. Let's see where we are on the final podium. Oh, we've done it. Come on. 3rd place. 3 seconds ahead of Egan Bernal. Only just over 30 ahead of Lipovic. But Nordhagen is on the podium. Egan Bernal finishes 20th at 1 minute 57. We're 26th, 2 minutes 10. But we do it. We get our podium. Wow, what a Giro d'Italia. That 3rd week was crazy. Jorgensen, clearly the best rider in the race and deserved to win. Joao Almeida, nowhere near his level last year where he won this race. And then we had that battle for the podium. Nordhagen, Bernal and Lipovic, who finished strong as well today. He was 3rd place on the stage. Not quite enough to move up onto the podium. Bernal falls short. And our man, in his Grand Tour debut, gets a podium place. That also means we hold off Lipovic for the white jersey, a big result for Nordhagen. Lascano edges the KOM jersey after a strong time trial today. He actually was 5th place on the stage. And of course, Johnny Milan, he dominated the Ciclamino jersey. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. The Grand Tour is not over just yet. We have one final stage into Rome. And I guess let's find out if Johnny Milan is beatable today. As we cruise through the streets of Roma, we do actually have 6 riders up the road. Interesting little breakaway. What a stage this is in PCM. Anyway, Betio up the road. Bissiger as well. Some pretty good riders. Right here we get a look at the Colosseum. Looking absolutely stunning in game. Look at that. Fair play to the stage maker. 20k to go. This stage is not over just yet. I've put our guys to the front. We need to try and bring this breakaway in. 1 minute 20 with 15k to go. Have they stolen this? Andreas Letnesund doing everything he can on the front of this group. 11k to go. Letnesund now pretty much done. It's about a minute to the guys at the very front. Bettiol has been working for Tunison and they still have something left. What a finish. 6k to go. We are going to lose this stage to the breakaway. I'm pretty sure of that at this point. Fredheim is done. Blicker has lost the wheel to Tiller. Not going well here in this lead out. Maybe he can try and fight back to the wheel of Rasmus Tiller, who's now going up to 99. We've gone very early. There they are, just up the road. It's agonisingly close for the peloton. Only 50 riders in this group. An absolutely crazy end to this race for sure. Blikra, can we jump? Let's go. Blikra trying to jump early. The breakaway caught inside the final 2 kilometers, and I've gone too early here with Blikra, unfortunately. Didn't think we were going to catch them. A crazy finish here, and it's a Jayco 1-2. Groenewegen and Max Volscheid win. An absolutely crazy finish in Rome, but Nordhagen crosses the line to cement his podium place. And there we go. The Giro d'Italia comes to an end. Strange final stage, crazy final stage in Rome. But we did what we set out to do a couple of weeks ago after we moved up in the GC early in the race with Nordhagen. And we got a podium at the Giro d'Italia. It was close, so close, but we've done it. And looking at the stages, we actually won 3 stages at this race, and they were all in the 3rd week. All within 3 or 4 stages as well. Super close together. We then came 3rd on that stage with Nordhagen, 2nd with Fredheim. Really wish we'd beaten Bettiol in that sprint. We were 2nd again with Tiller after pacing all day, dropping the pure sprinters. Stage 14, maybe one of my favourite stages at this race actually. We didn't win any stages in the 2nd and 3rd weeks, but we don't care. We got the 3 stages we needed to complete our sponsor objective at this race. And as we approach the end of May, of course, it's coming up to that time, guys. Only really a couple of races before we head to our first Tour de France in this playthrough, and I am buzzing for that. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the Giro d'Italia. Smash like down below if you did. I'd really appreciate it. Comment, just let me know what you thought of this race down below as well. That's all from me. Ciao from Italy, and I'll see you in the next one.